We're down to very minimal.
Really? Everybody's new?
Everybody's new. We must have an 80% that are non-attenders. Over short. No cohesiveness. Nobody does everything in the same. It's really good. Unbelievable. And then they put so much pressure on the master.
I don't know if she's here anymore, Darlene. I know it's Darlene Stevens, but... What? What did you do? No, he didn't, did he? Over there, right down there. Jamie, say hi.
Hello.
What do you have to say to your uncle?
Don't drive Aunt Tracy nuts.
What else?
That's it. Congratulations.
Okay. I'm gonna go tape something. I don't know. I'm bored. I know. What happened? On your yearbook? Drinking
Robert Grable, the district has employed Robert for 38 years. Hired in Piscataway for the 1967-1968 school year at an annual salary of $6,000.
Hell, man.
He was overpaid. He bought that much in toilet paper.
Teaching industrial arts at Shore Middle School and moved to Quibblestown in 1991. Robert holds a bachelor's degree from Montclair University and a master's degree from Seton Hall University. And I have your application, your employment card, your appointment letter.
Dad hired me.
See if I have one of his evaluations from 1972. This year has proven that Mr. Vrabel can do good, substantial work, which will truly motivate students. His independent study work and class management are to be complimented.
Briossi must have done the evaluation. Did you do his evaluation?
A garden patch or a redeemed social condition. To have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exultation. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. And all three of you have succeeded. And on behalf of the Board of Education and Administration, thank you for all you've done to make a difference in children's life. We appreciate you and wish you all the best in the next phase of your lives. Good luck.
Love you,
Constantly.
Mr. Pachuco, and Mrs.
Holla back, youngin'. Thanks, Steve. I didn't give him $20. Holla!
This is a night to celebrate, and it has been a wonderful journey working with each and every one of you. And I just want to wish each of you Godspeed. Enjoy your retirement. Do not think of this as a time to stop. Think of this as a time to do some of the things that you want to do and you've never had the chance to do it. I also just wanted to take a few minutes because, as you know, this has been a challenging year for me. And I just want to say thank you, each and every one. Thank you.
Our next speaker will be Mrs. Barbara Galley.
Yo, go Barbara!
Hi, everybody. It's good to see everybody again. When I found out about this retirement party, I knew that there was just no way that I could not recognize Bob Grable.
Oh, we gotta go back this way.
Right.
A little louder, I'm sorry.
Okay. Nobody's ever complained about this volume of my voice. Oh, I'm going to give you the frame.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Smack him with it.
Grable's always going to tell everybody that I'm really the problem at Quibbletown because it was my father that hired Grable way back when.
He made a mistake.
Well, see, we all pay for our genetics. In any case, when I decided I had to come up with something, I realized that Grable did for us what every college kid ever dreamed of, being the party planner. So that's why I entitled the poem for him, The Party Planner. Back in the 60s, a young hunk came to Quiv. A partying fraternity brother would be no fib. With a recent degree in industrial arts and shop, Bob had skills and techniques nobody could top. He devised popular projects that suited each kid, enforced the rules of his shop as no one else ever did. Bob's an organized worker with each tool in its place. The kids learned to respect his tidy concept of space. As a faculty member, Bob reached out his hand and invited one and all to the parties he planned. He stocked our soda from September through June and tap danced around that lunch duty every day. At faculty meetings, Bob's gang sat far up in the back, made cat calls and comments, gave the principal flack. Bob's intolerance of speakers, long reports, and new rules proved Bob was a man who couldn't tolerate fools. We'll remember Bob's laughter, his wit, and his wink, and his recurrent refrain, "So let's go get a drink." We wish him the best as he starts this new phase. Toast his health and his happiness as our glasses we raise. And now switching gears. For several years, I had the honor and the privilege to work on the same team with Mrs. Diana Holmes, one of the all-time great teachers I've had the chance to work with in Piscataway. So, Diana?
How come she never said that about you?
Now, trying to figure out what to say about Diana on a night like this, I discovered, as I thought back through the years, Diana really does suit the concept of the huntress. I sat a while to ponder her famous name, Diana, the goddess of hunting and game. It was then that I realized her name really did fit, for our Diana is a master of strategy and wit. No middle school student ever stood a chance once Diana took aim with her withering glance. That kid would participate whether he wanted to or not, and come up with an answer when she put him on the spot. Diana faced questions to ensnare every student's attention, so they all proudly answered with facts from recent retention. She traced out her lessons from first detail to last, with board work, some group work, and homework. done fast. Diana drew from her mental outline of any chapter in her text to guide her students to the tracks of what was coming next. She kept her classes on target, and they followed her trail because her directions were clear for both the strong and the frail. Our courageous Diana spoke up for what's right. She was rarely daunted by those who flaunted power and might. Yet her warm laughter and smile just captured us all, and her eagle eye will be missed on our center hall. May her retirement be happy, healthy, and full of surprises. Your friend.
Holla back, y'all.
Younger teachers, I didn't know we had a poet among us. Very nice. Next, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Kathy Hadrick, who would like to say a couple of words.
You heard the boo? I heard a boo here.
This is from the 6th grade staff.
A little louder.
I got both of
The
them.
6th grade staff.
There you go.
There you go. Karen and Lynn,
Yeah, keep on.
peanut butter and jam. Teammates from the beginning and always there for their students. You might find Luann rolling marbles down the wall for science, or Karen making chocolate cream pies to share on Pie Day with her students. How fortunate to have the dedicated, insightful, and respected members on the 6th grade team. Luann, we will miss your sense of humor. Just when we needed it the most, you made us laugh many an 8th period. And Karen, everyone knew we could turn to you for the right answer to any issue that came our way. Although there will be other staff to fill room 36 and room 2, your spirit and the joy of teaching will remain within their walls for many years to come. Quibbletown is losing 2 great teachers, but more than that, we will miss 2 great friends. Enjoy your retirement,
You're an asshole.
and we wish you well.
Can you repeat that?
And to a man who I am sure needs no introduction, I would like to introduce Mr. John Griassi to please come up and say a few words.
Holla back, John.
Hey, just remember, you don't need a microphone with me. I've been very fortunate.
Microphone.
I've been very fortunate to teach with some
Louder.
Look up, John. We can't hear
Come on,
you.
you got a big mouth.
I've been very fortunate to teach with great teachers. And I've known Bobby a long time. Joey Ardito, Bobby Gaberna. It's been my pleasure as a teacher, been associated with them. They are a part of my life that I will never ever forget. We've had a great time. We've done a lot of things together. Wrong, right, or indifferent. Administrators, you gotta remember that these people are here to do the right thing for you and do it whatever they could. They are teachers. Remember that. They were not hired to play paperwork and everything else. They were hired to be teachers. And respect them for that. The young teachers that are coming up today, you have Tim Georgian, you have Kelly Burns, which it's been my pleasure to teach with those people. Stephanie Piccone, all of them. It's been my pleasure. And it's been more than a pleasure to teach with Bobby Vrabel. Yeah, we've done a lot of things together, Bob.
Too much.
And well, Patrice, what can I say?
All right, I'm in trouble. He's gonna drive me
It's been my
crazy.
pleasure to teach with all these teachers. They've been a great experience, a great lifetime. And I wish you the best. You've done something that other people can never do. You've taught young people to read, to write, to progress, and to do the best they can. may your future be the best that it could ever be. And to you, Bobby, you'll always be a part of me that I'll never ever forget. Thank you.
Who wrote that play? Who wrote that play?
Me, that was my pleasure.
That was wonderful, John.
Sure.
And what I'm sure will be an interesting speech, I'd like to hear from Mr. Ed Daddario.
Who's this clown?
Everybody hear me? I guess this is where everything's going to fall apart.
I don't think so.
Tonight, there is a sense of finality, a sense of closure, as we gather here in this place to recognize and honor the completion of the stellar careers of 5 dedicated educators. 5 people who have reached the acme, the zenith, the apex, the pinnacle, the very apotheosis of their profession. And because of the bleeding,
English teacher.
begging, the wailing, and the gnashing of teeth of their colleagues, they have decided to do the honorable thing and leave. Now, to borrow a phrase from Dennis Miller, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but isn't it about time? Take Karen Apgar, for example. When I think of Karen, I think of the consummate professional, the dedicated, selfless individual who would devote nearly all her time to the education and nurturance of her students. Of course, that was before she fell off her horse, in perfect equestrian form, I might add, banged her head on a rock and entered an altered state of consciousness. Now, she has become the consummate collector of things. If you doubt my words, visit her classroom. It looks like a garage sale in progress. Vinny Serpico confided in me that he was going to scope the place to look for some bargains. But I've never seen such a collection of garbage in my life, except perhaps at the Staten Island landfill, and that place has been closed down. But there is one final thing I will say about Karen, and that she is a kind person. And I know this because she is always attracting people she doesn't like. Our next celebrity is known far and wide for making the worst pot of what passes for coffee in the civilized world. This coffee is so bad that I could clean my dirty paintbrushes in it. In fact, it tastes very much like I already have. In a pinch, I could probably use it on my driveway. But what is even more remarkable is that Henry Cavill is oblivious to the swill he creates. As a matter of fact, I would say he's completely delusional.
I don't know who he is.
After sipping some of his own brew, he thinks he's just stepped out of a Starbucks with an intravenous setup. Why bother drinking the stuff at all? Well, what can you say to a scientist? A person who has a fundamental understanding of the secrets of the universe. An individual who possesses an overarching knowledge of the universe and a knowledge beyond our comprehension of the basic building blocks of life. Someone who, well, plays with rocks. You can say, Henry, cut the crap and learn how to make a decent pot of coffee. That's what you can say. And clean the pots every couple of years, too. We're not sure what's growing in them. My relationship with our next retiree goes back quite a few years, almost to the inception of Quibbletown. Diana Holmes and I used to do some serious partying back in the day, or at least she did. After all, I am an ex-altar boy. But truthfully, we had a sinful amount of fun in those days. And considered it our solemn duty to lay the foundations and framework for successful partying for future generations of neophyte teachers. I did want to raise an issue, however. Can anyone tell me when last it was that Diana arrived at a meeting on time? I seem to recall it might have been back in October of '83. Now listen, I know what some of you are thinking, and it's not that. I didn't mean that as any kind of an ethnic or racial thing. My true belief is that Diana starts out for a meeting with good intentions, and then after meandering around the hallways, gets lost, gives up, and returns to her room. My recommendation...
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Surgically implant a GPS navigation
God damn it.
system that would verbally report her location and give directions to the meeting. You know, like take the next left corridor, walk 35 feet, go through the double doors, follow the snoring sounds.
That's a gym.
One problem remains, however. Would she actually leave her classroom on time? That question will remain unanswered in the annals of Quibbletown lore. Now, not too long ago, there existed at Quibbletown a mysterious and legendary creature known only as the Glah. It is akin to the Yeti, and some believe that a few are being held by the government in Area 51. This being had tremendous responsibilities, but absolutely no power. Its favorite word was yes. Its favorite question was, when do you want it? Favorite food? Crow. I was one of these people, as was Jane Gaspari and Luann Kapazinski. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but I consider working with a know-it-all to be a real cross. I also hate pushy people. I consider them to be obnoxious individuals with poor home training. For those reasons, I was indeed thankful to be able to work so closely with Jane. It is told in the old stories that Luann ruled over the 6th grade in a tyrannical and despotic manner, terrorizing and threatening those under her with all manner of unspeakable, depraved acts. That is why legend has it that to this day, no one will say those infamous letters, G-L-A. Finally, and thank you for hanging in there with me. Finally tonight, I'd like to make a few remarks about our venerable shop teacher, Mr. Bob Grable. Now, here's a man I can respect. A man's man. A manly man. Not a girly man. A man who has made an entire career out of playing with his wood.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Think of the power. Think of the power. To be able to sand, saw, drill, hammer, and nail your wood into any desired shape. It must be somewhat painful, but there is a price to be paid for such power and flexibility. And Bob has always been willing to step up. That's why I can respect him. It has not always been this way, however. When Bob was a little boy, his parents used to move a lot, but Bob kept finding them. It wasn't until about the age of 13 that he actually discovered his wood. point in his life, it was only a pleasant diversion, not a full-time job. Over time, he taught himself the inner workings of the soda machine and the counting of change. It is my belief, however, that Bob's finest hours have taken place outside of school during the summer months, when he can be seen with a small cart on the boardwalk at Seaside Heights, selling, you guessed it, his wieners. One final thought. I find it interesting that the boardwalk where he does this is made of, well, wood.
Very good, Ed. And as our last speaker this evening, I'd like to invite Mr. Mario Terzi up to say a few words. Here he comes.
I want everybody else
You know, I don't know who keeps putting me after the Dario, but whoever runs these programs, they got to stop. I mean, Ed was terrific again, and it's very hard act to follow. But this is unusual because typically there's only 1 or 2 people retiring. This year we have at least 6, so tried to come up with something. So all you non-tenure people out there, I'm looking at you. Make sure you're all smiling and laughing because I can't top the Dario. But anyway, I'm going to go through some years here. Kathy Battis, 44 years as a teacher. Bob Grable, 38 years.
Again.
35 years. Karen Apgar, 34 years. Diana Holmes, 32 years. And Henry Cattle, 30 years. Now, I don't know what the hell that all means, to be honest with you. But I'm trying to use one of those facets and come up with some kind of application here. But I talked to Jane, so if I made any mathematical errors, we could blame Jane. That adds up to 213 years in education. Now, if we take 180 days as an average year, that is 230,040 days in classrooms. That is quite remarkable. I mean, think about that, 230,000 days in classrooms. If we take the 213 years and we go backwards, that was 1792 for a frame of reference. 1792. Now, what happened in 1792? I know everybody's wondering right now. Everybody's sitting there going, geez, what the hell happened in 1792? Well, here's what happened. U.S. Postal Service was created. I learned a lot by doing this little exercise, because these are things I did not know. Congress established the Philadelphia Mint. Mr. Vrabel? George Washington cast the first presidential veto. The draft was established on May 8th in 1792. And Mr. Vrabel, again, this one's for you. Ironically, I can't believe it just fit into this year. On May 17th, 24 merchants established the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street. Kentucky became the 15th state. And for all the Italians out there, Columbus Day was celebrated for the first time. George Washington laid the cornerstone for the executive mansion, which turned out to be the White House. The first Farmer's Almanac was published, and George Washington was elected the U.S. president for the second time, and John Adams was the vice president. So that's what happened 213 years ago. But I think when we look back on all the careers of these teachers, I didn't get a chance to talk to Jane about how many kids they taught, because I gotta imagine that's gotta be up in about 1 million or so. So when you think about the impact that they've made on the kids of Piscataway, we're all very well served by it, our town is served by it, and all I can do is say to all of them, I wish them all the best in retirement and all the best that life can give them. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Now for a special presentation by, all right, that table, excuse me. All right, now a special presentation by Kim Georgian and our own secretary, Elaine Cristio. And Jerry Bartolino.
Where's the zoom on this thing? Nah, I'm good. Please grab me with Mike Jake.
Jared, what are you doing, Jared?
I was passing it down for you.
You get upset. Relax.
First of all, I would like to wish our retirees the best of everything. Health, happiness in this new phase of your life, of what you all deserve. I know that you will be missed by many. And secondly, I am very grateful and honored to have this opportunity tonight to present Karen Apgard, Diana Holmes, Luann Kapczynski, Henry Cattle, Bob Grable, our Pooltown retirees with something very special for you to remember. Karen, Luann, Diana, Henry, Bob, just when you thought you had reached your 100 hours of professional hours, and you completed all those pension forms, and you thought you were done. Well, guess what? You're not done yet. You're not done yet.
I got 75 hours.
Thanks, Don. But just a little bit.
I need now to present each and every one of you a copy of the district's latest official requirements for retirees this year. It's your own personal calendar of events for the month of June 2005. And I hope you have a lot of fun fulfilling these requirements. Please note that these requirements must be met before the last day of school in order for your pension to begin, okay? And I'm going to call you up, and for those of you who can't really see it too clearly, Jerry, do you want to?
You want this thing?
Jerry, you can't see.
Can't even see straight. Can't even read the paper.
So tell everybody you can't see straight, so bear with me.
Henry Carroll?
Rabel's getting a standing on.
Whatever you want to do.
And Bob Grable? I know that will be a very memorable token to take with you. I also would like to read a short little saying. Retirement. Retirement is a very special time for you. It's a time to celebrate all that you've accomplished, a time to feel proud of your hard work and dedication, a time to celebrate all that you've done and everything you are yet to be. Congratulations.
My head.
I
Everything.
think that was very creative and they deserve another round of applause.
I'm not gonna. You watch the tape. You make your decision. imagine when you watch the tape. You'll see where everything goes. This is my first time filming things.
For the night will be Trinity Bartha and Stephanie Piccone, who are representing our Quibbletown Sunshine Club.
The camera has begun rolling.
Hey, I really don't have a speech or anything. I just want to wish all the retirees happy and healthy retirement. And on behalf of the Quibbletown Sunshine Club, we'd like to present you all with a gift of remembrance of Quibbletown. So, Karen Apgar.
Jane, what do you think of her?
They're both very beautiful young ladies.
You guys are bad.
That's him. I'm sitting right over here.
I heard you say,
Bob.
Mr.
Smalling
Kelly.
film.
where are you going?
Diana. And Luann. Congratulations to you all. Best of luck.
Thank you. What they give me? Anything good?
Thank you to all of our speakers this evening, and I think it would be very fitting to give a very special thanks to Mrs. Kim Georgian. If not for her, this party would not happen. Let's partay.
What is it? Yes. Put the music on. Hello. Hello. What is it? This? Ray. Oh, it's a picture. Yes. Hurry up. Oh, wait. Is it done?
You want to hear a speech? And Karen, Henry, and Diana.
I know.
Louder!
How much is the hot dog?
No, please. Oh, fucking Grable. What? I just want to make a little speech. I want to thank William for being here. You know, from the superintendent, if he's still here, I don't know if he's here. And the short crowd over there that I know for like 40 years. Over there.
And they're not even listening.
Louder! Okay. And everybody else, the retirees for coming and, you know, having a good time here. And most of my family over here, my 3 kids, my Sasquatch, Jimmy, and Colleen,
Sasquatch.
Robert, my son-in-law, Captain John, my nephew, my mother-in-law, my lovely wife, and she's looking for a job for me, you know? Wait. I have another job. Everybody thinks I'm retired. I'm going down to Gulfstream Park in January. I got a couple trainers down there. They want to make me a jockey. Riassi said he wanted to be a jockey, and Caberna and Ardino said they want to be jockeys also.
I want to train you.
We got to lose 150 pounds each. We'll be in the Kentucky Derby next year.
Maybe 250.
And finally, I want to tell you, we're coming back here Monday with 6 guns drawn. There's going to be 3 musketeers here. Me, Kimmy, and Griassi.
It's you. I'm like, what do you know you?
This is too hot in here, right? Excuse me. Kim is going to email everybody in town not to do business here if we don't do restitution here. And I want to tell you, you'll see some guns drawn.
That's funny. He told it like it was.